In today's video, I sat down with a cheater and asked him some questions. I also asked Twitter and some of your favorite content creators if they had one question to ask a cheater, what would it be? And as you can imagine, some of the questions were a little bit aggressive, so I decided to leave those out of this video because I wanted this video to be as informative as possible because I had a ton of questions and I know some of you guys have some of the same questions that I have. Now, before we jump into the video, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be solo queuing from Copper 5 to Diamond on stream tomorrow, Saturday, October 2nd. The stream is not going to end until I hit Diamond, so if you guys want to head over there, show some love, and just say what's up, I'll leave a link down in the comments below so you guys can go straight there. And to give you guys some context on how I met this cheater, I was live streaming on Twitch Friday, September 17th, and I was doing a drunk stream with some friends, as I usually do a couple times a month. And it was weird because the cheater was on the other team, but he was responding to me in all chat when I was just talking to my stream. So I'm gonna let the clip roll, and just an FYI, like I said, I was drunk. I sound drunk, so keep that in mind.
Let me know, how easy was it to cheat? Like, is it free, or did you pay, like, you know, a few bucks to cheat or something? Pretty easy, no? 7 a day? Like $7 a day per, like, for the cheating? $7 to cheat in this game.
So now that you guys have some context, let's just jump right into the interview. Let's just start by telling me a little bit about yourself.
All right. I started playing Siege and Shifting Tides. The first time that I ever started cheating, I didn't know like aimbot was easily bannable. Well, you should imagine aimbot is easy bannable, but at the time I wasn't really thinking about that, and I just used aimbot on one of like my main accounts, and that's the first time I ever got banned. But after that, I would just legit or closet cheat every season and just get past battle high unless I play blatant.
Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 15.
Okay, so how long have you been gaming? Just in general.
Years, probably like 5 or 7.
What is like the first few games you played, if you remember?
That would be on console, like BO3, GTA 5, Last of Us, something like that.
Okay, and when did you actually get into PC gaming?
I want to say around like 2017.
Okay, so you said you started cheating in Shifting Tides. Was there anything in particular that made you decide that you wanted to start cheating?
No, I just wanted to try it because I never like cheated ever like in any other games, and Siege was like one of the first games I started to cheat in.
Was it easier to cheat in Siege? Like, did Siege just seem like an easy game to cheat in back then?
Yeah, because the first time I ever cheated, I was using like a bunch of features like unlimited ammo, no clip, and it seemed like fun for a first time.
Okay, so you would say you cheat for fun then?
Yeah.
More than just...
Now I would just cheat for rank, but before I would just cheat for fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you ever feel bad about cheating? Like, feel bad for the players you're playing against?
Not really, unless not like feel bad, but I would like I'll laugh my ass off like cheater versus cheater, but normally I don't feel bad.
Okay, so you said you've been playing some Shifting Tide, so you've been cheating for about a year and a half, roughly?
I started in Shifting Tides, but I'm not like consistent like with cheating. Just sometimes if like there's like if I keep going against cheaters and like losing elo, I would just closet.
So do you play legit, but then at times like just toggle?
Yeah, usually at the start of the season, since like the cheats would be down, I would play legit, and sometimes like the expensive cheats, like what's called like private cheats, they would get up like undetected pretty fast, from like maintenance to undetected, and I would go against private cheat users, and half the time I would get pissed, and once like sometimes I use like private cheats, but most of the time I use public cheats, and once the public cheats come back up, I would just closet cheat.
Okay, so you said the private cheats are just faster at getting updated for the new seasons?
Yeah, there's a reason they're more expensive.
Okay, makes sense. So obviously Ubisoft continues to say, they're working on fixing the problems for like the cheating problem in general, like updating anti-cheat and everything. Have you noticed anything from cheating? Like, has anything changed whatsoever?
Not really. I only seen like ban waves unless a cheat gets detected or like something like that. That I haven't really seen any difference in their ways of banning people.
Okay. And how do you feel about BattleEye? How good is BattleEye for an anti-cheat?
No, battle is pretty shit. In Valorant, you have what?
Kernel anti-cheat or kernel base?
Or no, like I'm talking about the name.
Oh, Vanguard.
Vanguard.
Yep.
Yeah, there's Vanguard and Valorant, and then there's BattleEye and Siege. BattleEye, you won't get banned unless you're like blatant, like a number of reports, your stats. Otherwise, you'll be good for a while if you're closeting. So BattleEye is pretty shit in my opinion.
Okay. So you said you don't cheat often, but how much do you spend on cheats whenever you end up wanting to cheat, I guess?
I want to say like roughly probably like for a month because I don't usually get month keys. I just get day keys most of the time, but they usually add up to around 100.
Okay. That's 100 for like the whole season or for the month?
I want to say for the whole season.
And how often do you actually get banned?
Not that often. Like I'll maybe like one in 3 seasons I'll get banned.
So you said there's public and there's private anti cheats, and obviously the private ones are more expensive. How does the cheating like ecosystem work? Do cheat makers sell straight to the end user, or is it like a Discord or a distribution system where
It,
you're buying it from like a third party in a way?
it varies. There's some that are Discord servers, so you just buy it straight from the dev. The others are resellers, and then there's just some the websites that also resell. So half the time it's just resellers,
Okay.
like selling the cheat. Yeah.
And how much do you spend on accounts roughly?
If I really want a level 50, I would spend like 30 or 40. Otherwise, I would just level up automatically or like by myself from level 0 to level 50. That would cost me $8 for the game.
And do you buy like when you're buying a fresh account, do you just buy it from Ubisoft, I assume?
Yeah, most of the time Ubisoft they have their games on sale, like Siege
Yeah.
is on sale, but otherwise there's some other like third party websites that sell it pretty cheap.
So what do you do to level up? Do you play like T Hunt, casual?
Most of the time I play casual or unranked. That's your best bet to level up fast.
Okay. And do you boost players at all? And if so, like how much would you make for boosting players?
No, I do not boost. I just use it for my personal
Do
like
you
gain.
yeah, do you by chance know like how much people would pay for either boosted accounts or like to get a boost?
Yeah, there's this price list I saw. Hold on. Like, this is just an example, but like unranked to diamond, 40 euros, and maybe what's it called unranked to plat, 15 euros, unranked to champ with 100 matches, 70 euros, and without 100 matches would be 50 euros.
Interesting. So combined with like the cheats per month and accounts that you spend however many accounts you get per season or every few seasons, how much do you roughly spend a month?
I don't really buy accounts that often, only when I get banned, but if I do, I would spend like I usually get 2 accounts if one of them is banned. One's like my alt, the other one's my main. I sometimes inject on my main, but I would roughly spend with cheats and accounts. I would say like maybe 150.
Okay, what do you mean by inject on your main?
Yeah, like a cheat on my main. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think a majority of cheaters in Siege cheat for money, like as a job in a way?
There's some people that cheat for like boosting. Like they would get people to pay them for their for boosting for their ranks or whatever ranks they desire. But I maybe it's profitable. I personally haven't done it, but I'm assuming it's profitable.
Okay. And do you have any tips on like avoiding cheaters, like certain servers to plan or anything like that?
Uh, most of the time they're in East, if not EU, but rarely either West or Central.
Okay. Do you feel like you're part of the problem? Because obviously cheating is a big issue in Siege and kind of like in games in general at the moment. Do you think you're part of the problem?
Not really. Ubisoft had a better anti cheat, then I would not be part of the problem because I'm cheating and the problem is cheating. So if they had a better anti cheat, which most cheaters like would get banned if they did, it wouldn't really be an issue. But I don't think I'm part of the problem. I think I'm helping them in a
Okay.
way.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I understand that there definitely is a cheater issue, and like it's they need to fix it
Yeah.
somehow, which in this case needs to be some sort of better anti-cheat. But what do you think, like roughly a percentage of how many people get the public cheats versus the private cheats?
Most of the time, it's public cheats. Only like some private cheats they're slotted. It would be like 20 people, and after 20 people, they wouldn't like give keys out or like wouldn't let anybody else in unless one of the slots come available. But most of the time, it would be public because it's just cheaper and the accounts are easy to get in Siege. So
Okay, and I assume the private cheats are the more flashy ones because I know I know you've seen the clip about the third person cheats, and like I know back in the day they used to have the no clips and invisible prep phase glitch, and like they could shoot through reinforced walls and everything. So those are more of the private cheats.
yeah, legit or like public cheats. Most of the time, they wouldn't have that. Private cheats are like if you want more features, like there used to be one where you would you fly in the sky, not like fly in the sky, but you would zoom up in the sky. It's like a repel kind of animation.
Okay.
Then there's unlimited ammo, unlock all, what's got knife through walls, which is no clip, and then there's the Twitch drone, which you've probably seen in most videos now.
Yeah, I've experienced that in game,
Yeah,
unfortunately. Okay, so the private cheats are just like for fun, basically, to do like all the extra
either fun or
nonsense.
for boosting.
Okay,
One of the two. Yeah.
got it. So from your experience, how many cheaters do you know, or at least like have seen, or in like some acquaintance with?
Easily 30 plus in a server, and I'm in a bunch of servers, and most of the time they're just closet cheaters, so they would hardly get banned unless the cheat gets detected, like I said.
Okay.
Unless it's a manual ban. If they play like pretty like aggro by like wall banging guys, floor banging, which I doubt, but most of the time they just wall bang and pre-fire.
So do
Yeah.
you know? You were talking about how you get manual bans more often, and it has to do with like your stats, like your headshot percentage, and like obviously wall banging,
Not
pre-firing.
necessarily. It sometimes has to do with stats. At the same time, like a UB or like a dev, they'll look at your gameplay, and from that they'll manual ban you. Like, say if you have like 0.9 KD, 35 headshot rate, and you like floor bang and wall bang people, you'll still get a manual ban. It doesn't have to just rely on stats.
Okay. So so do you know if BattleEye actually like flags accounts before for manual review?
I'm not too sure about that, but half the time race shooters just get manual banned, and closeters they get manual banned rarely or unless detection.
And do you think the manual bans are via their like report system where you can like submit clips and report players?
Yeah, like number of reports unless someone sends like a clip to UB, like by making like a case and then giving the evidence.
So what rank do you think has like the most cheaters?
It varies. Right now, I would say a high diamond, but just cheaters in most rank, like not really silver or bronze, but like
Yeah.
there's some that are gold, most plat, and then there's some that are in diamond also.
Okay. So cheating is obviously an issue in like a lot of games, and cheating in general is frowned upon in the game community as a whole. So has you cheating made it difficult to find new friends? And are the friends that you have like are a majority of them also people that cheat?
Not really. It hasn't really like stopped me from getting new people to play with, but like I used to closet cheat in the R6 Discord, and I would play with some legit people, but they wouldn't know I closet until like I met this guy. He was legit playing, and I told him that I cheat, and he was like, "What's called a? Can you show me how to cheat?" Because half the time the players they're like fed up of going against cheaters, and they would just think of cheating. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So some question I have is if you're cheating and like, or if like I'm in a game with a cheater and like it's kind of obvious at times, why do people that cheat stop cheating when they get called out in game?
Sometimes it depends on whether you're closeting or blatant, but half the time the closeters they just like they wouldn't like fully stop, but they would just like low down on the kills. They wouldn't play too aggro, they'll just stay sight, and then when you like the round continues to end or nears the end, they'll get their kills, but they just don't want to get banned, or they don't want like the players to get clips of them.
Okay. So are there any specific cheats that you just either don't use or you don't have access to?
I'm pretty sure half the community knows Phoenix. That's like the most common cheat. It's like $2 a day. Before it was undetected for a couple of months. It's ESP and what no recoil with Chams, and right now it's going through detected, undetected, detected, undetected. But
Okay.
yeah.
And do you think cheating is like a slippery slope? Do you think if you start cheating in one game, like you'll eventually transition to another game and start cheating in that one as well?
No, not really. It depends on the player. If like I personally wouldn't go like if let's say if I first time started cheating in Siege and then what's called I play another game like I don't know Apex, I wouldn't like go and cheat in that just because I cheat in Siege. It depends on the player and what game. Like if they really like playing the game legit, or if they're like bad at a game and they buy cheats to be they can pretend they're good. But
Do you think majority of cheaters are bad at the game? Like they are bad at the game and they want to start cheating? Or do you think that there is a lot of cheaters that like were genuinely good at Siege that just decided to start cheating?
it's a mix of both. There's some people who buy cheats, but they have no mechanical skill. They just go for the kills, and you can see from the gameplay or like how they lean and stuff. And then there's the others who are like what's called like X-Plot 1 or X-Plot 2, and they started cheating. It's kind of hard to tell like that they have walls unless you got blatant evidence.
And you said you had a main account, like a legit account, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you said that you cheated on there before, but
Yeah,
like, do you regularly play legit on that account?
Yeah, before I would like play on my main account half the time, but now since most games are either raid cheaters or closeters, I only go on there if I want to like increase my rank. Uh, but I usually just play on my alt account.
Okay. Something a lot of people ask normally, like whenever they die to a cheater, is like, do you enjoy it? Like, is it fun? Is that why you're doing it, per se?
I mean, it is fun knowing where everyone is. I would say that if you're like a player who played Siege for a couple of years and your first time getting walls, I feel like you would enjoy it, but like not in like a rage perspective, like for rage cheating it, but for like just for closet cheating, you'll have like a little smirk on your face, just knowing where they are and securing the win.
Okay. All right. Well, that was pretty much all the questions I have. So, thank you for taking the time out of your day to answer some questions.
No problem.
All right. Take it easy.
You too. See ya.
See ya. If you guys made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did so, don't forget to leave a like on the video. And if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you guys don't miss a future video. This video was interesting to make, and it sort of just happened, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And make sure to check out the stream tomorrow, Saturday, October 2nd, where I attempt to solo queue from Copper 5 to Diamond, all by myself in one single stream. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a great night or a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.